It is slightly concerning to me because I don't want to strip that out, and that's really difficult to tell if it's going in straight or not. I think it is. I'm gonna go ahead and get a ratchet on it. Keep our fingers crossed here. Does seem to be going in. I think we're okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten this one down all the way, so that I can spin the drive shaft around and you can see that the drive shaft wants to spin on its own already, which I don't really want to do, because I need to finish tightening these up. We're going to try to put our foot on it, prevent it from spinning. That's what you can do. Alright, let's see, let's spin it back just a little bit so we can get on it a little bit better there. And it looks like my drive shaft dropped again, so I need to push it back up and out of the way. Of course, I stabbed myself in the process. That's going to leave a mark. That's why you wear gloves. Just stab myself on the muffler. Good times. Nice. I can't see it, but nice. Yeah, there you go. Good old gouge. Looks like it might just be superficial though, but it hurts. Alright, well, let's get on the tire so nothing rotates. There we go. Come on, baby. Get tight. Get tight. Definitely don't want this coming apart on you down the road. I have no idea what the torque specifications are. Really don't care. I'd say it's got to be tight. Okay, I'm gonna say that's good. I'm gonna do the same thing. Oop, sorry about that. I'm gonna do the same thing to. I'm gonna rotate the drive axle or drive shaft around, and I'm going to install the other two bolts on the other side. Let's see what we can do here, and then we'll just. There we go. There it comes around. And then again, I gotta drive shaft back, push it up out of the way again. There we go. Wish it would just stay up out of the way, but it doesn't want to. Stick something in there, maybe. Not quite. All right. Well, that's gonna have to do. Let's put in our other old bracket. There it is there. Let's see. Get this on there. My main concern after this whole job is done is that I don't have a vibration from the rear drive shaft, because that will mean that I've got it installed a little bit out of center. It's not centered correctly. That center carrier bearing should take a little bit of the play out if it was a little bit off, because it does have the rubber boot, but it's got to be pretty close to perfect. Now I replaced my center carrier bearing with a a Mercedes-Benz, genuine Mercedes part. So my assumption would be it would match the one I took off. But I hate to assume anything, and I didn't. I should have compared it by a little more closely, but I didn't. But that's all right. We're gonna put it back together. We'll have it back together here in just a few more minutes, hopefully. Famous last words. Tighten up that side. Tighten up this side. Okay, there we go, got that one. Tighten up this other one a little bit more. I got my foot on the tire so that it's not rotating the drive axle, or the drive shaft's not rotating. I think we're good there. Let me just check this other side one more time. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I need to switch around to the back and let's see if we can show you up here what we're gonna have to do. We got a better angle from over here. Here, if you can see that or not. It's right there. As you can see, we gotta line up these bolt holes. And we got 4 bolts. I gotta go back in there, and that's easy because that whole, like I said, that if you notice in my other video that whole section of the front slides back and forth just a little bit, so it gives you enough play to pull the drive shaft up and out. It doesn't take a whole lot. And this way you could screw your bolts in. I'm gonna have to get the air ratchet out to slam those down, but once those are in, that's pretty much it. I did need to add an extra half a quart to my rear differential because I changed the fluid back there. And I haven't driven the car since I did that. But I need I think the whole tire rack, rear spare tire assembly slides out towards the back. Let's see if we can rotate those tires by hand. I hear my brakes grinding because the car's been sitting outside in the rain for 2 weeks. You can probably hear that. Yeah. Let's get our other bolts in here. Once I've got these in place, I'm going to go back and torque down the I think it's 6mm hex head bolts that attach the small drive shaft to the transfer case. We'll put those in, and then we'll come back and tighten up the 2 carrier bearing support bolts, and then we'll come back and tighten up these 4 bolts so that we know we're good. And I sprayed everything down with WD-40. You'll see some little drips coming down. That's the WD-40 I sprayed on everything just to make sure all these bolts went back together easily. I got my hands all filthy dirty. Let's go back. I'm not going to show you me tightening everything up again because that would just be redundant. My next video will be probably in the car. We'll be listening for the noise to see what happens.